Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to our news analysis program. Today we shall be discussing the Hindu newspaper dated June 9. We shall straight away begin. In the past 3 days we have made a few changes in the way in which we present the program. I think I am given more confidence by your responses in the positive manner. People used to say that it was good or better, so I shall follow that. Suggestions are always welcome, and we are trying to improvise by the day. So your suggestions, your needs and requirements must be posted so that I can learn on the job to serve you better. The Hindu dated June 9. This is the major news. Center places fresh orders for 44 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses. We know that there was a paradigm shift in the procurement policy, vaccination policy of the central government. Till the other day, the central government had been saying that only for people above 45 years and above, vaccination would be free. The responsibility for vaccinating people below 45 will be vested with the state governments. So what happened? The state government started placing orders with companies that are operating within India and outside the country. Big companies like Moderna and Pfizer said that they could not enter into any kind of agreement with state governments, rather they could negotiate and enter into agreement only with the central government. Many Indian companies could not accept the orders placed by the state governments. There was huge price difference between what was offered to the central government and to the state governments. The Supreme Court also entered into the matter. Supreme Court asked some specific questions to the central government. Central government had placed 35,000 rupees, crores of rupees, budgeted 35,000 crores rupees for vaccination program. Orally, the Supreme Court asked the central government council, how did they use that 35,000 crore? So there was huge pressure on the central government. Chief ministers of various states also wrote to the Prime Minister, and finally the central government conceded and made a landmark decision that 75% of the total vaccine procurement will be done by the central government and will be given to the states for free for vaccinating all people above 18 years of age. That is a huge relief for the state governments, which have already been facing huge pressure on their exchequers. Now, this is a news item that came up in the inside pages of the central government, in the Hindu. JNU enters list of top 100 universities. Jawaharlal Nehru University has entered into the best 1000 universities in the world. So this is QS World Ranking, University Ranking, very important. For the first time, JNU entered the list. First time JNU entered the list, Jawaharlal Nehru University. Overall, 22 institutions from India made them to their list. 22 institutions in the world made them to the list. IIT Bombay tops the list for the consecutive fourth time, IIT Bombay, and its position is 177th in the world. It is the 177th so-called university in the world. IIT Bombay has been the topmost university or institution in India for the past continuous 4 years. IISc situated in Bangalore was declared world's top research university. World's top research university by the indicator of most citations per faculty member when adjusted for faculty size. Of course, those are the university ranking perceptions. IISc was declared world's top research university by the indicator of most citations per faculty member when adjusted to faculty size. So, this is a very important thing. QS World University Ranking, every year it is announced. Another news item, Assam government institutes a series of annual awards. There are too many awards already. These are not going to serve the people in any way better, but anyway, in the model of the Padma and Bharat Ratna awards, Assam government has instituted a series of annual awards similar to Bharat Ratna and Padma awards. Assam Ratna, they are Assam Ratna, Assam Bhushan and Assam Sri, Padma Sri, Padma Bhushan and Bharat Ratna. In line with those national awards, Assam state government is. This may be a question for your examination, though in the real sense these things do not signify much to the progress of the people. Piramal Foundation Niti Aayog unveil home care drive, very important from the perspective of your examination. Whenever a national agency does something significant immediately, or Government of India's program, they are all very important for our exams. Piramal Foundation in association with Niti Aayog. What is Niti Aayog? It is a new avatar of the old planning commission. It is the highest planning body in this country. Unveiled Surakshit Hum Surakshit Tum Abhiyan, very important. What is that? Surakshit Hum Surakshit Tum Abhiyan. 112 aspirational districts to assist the administration in providing home care support to patients. So, providing home care support to patients who are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms. So, people who are asymptomatic or have mild symptoms will be given direct home care assistance, and that is provided in 112 aspirational districts. And what is the name of this scheme? Surakshit Hum Surakshit Tum Abhiyan, very important, take note. Guterres gets second term as UN chief, UN chief. United Nations Security Council approved Secretary General Antonio Guterres for a second term. So, United Nations are going to continue, UNO is going to continue with Antonio Guterres as its Secretary General for another term, second term. He is a former Prime Minister of Portugal, and he has been holding office since 2017. So, another important information and a probable question for your upcoming exams. World Bank sees India growing by 8.3%. World Bank report has come, and the report is Global 2021 Global Economic Prospects, released by the Reserve Bank of India, by the World Bank, and that speaks about how the world economy is going to fare in the year 2021 and how individual economies going to fare in the year. So, this is what it says, the essence. World Bank sees that India will grow at 8.3%. The second wave has pulled back the growth projections. Earlier World Bank had predicted that India would grow faster, but thanks to the loss of a few months because of almost a national lockdown for many a month now, World Bank has revised its projections for India. World global economic prospects for 2021. World Bank pegs global growth at 5.6%, the fastest post-recession growth in 80 years. Listen, what is this recession? Recession is one of the business cycles, and I shall briefly tell you what is that all about. This is the business cycle. First is prosperity. Prosperity is a time when everybody is happy. The producers and the consumers all are happy. Consumers have got money, so they used to buy. Since people are buying, producers are producing more. So their economic growth is also there. Nothing will grow like that. After some time, there will be a recession. Recession is a phase which is perpetuated by lower demand for goods and services. So companies have already produced a lot, but people are not buying. Immediately, what will companies do? They will reduce production, meaning they will get into lower or lesser economic activity, which is not good. If recession continues for longer time, then it will move on to depression stage, which is very bad for the economy and very difficult to recover from. Then after some time, with difficulties, it will recover. It's called recovery stage. So prosperity, recession, depression and recovery. These are the 4 stages of business cycle. In the past, many times the world went through recessive stages. In the last 80 years, now what's the meaning of this? In the last 80 years, many times the world has seen recession. The last one was in 2008 to 2010. There was a huge global recession. And after every recessive stage, the world economy came back to normalcy. This particular statement says that the world is going to recover. Now it is another recessive stage thanks to pandemic. It is going to get back to growth stage and is going to grow at 5.6%, the world economy, which is the fastest recovery after any recession in the last 8 years. In the last 8 years, many times the world economy grew post-recession, but the pace of recovery has never been as fast as this time. That's its meaning. I think it is clear to you. Why is it happening? Underpinned by US stimulus and a faster growth in China, 2 important economies that would matter in the world growth. US has pumped in a lot of money, putting in a lot of stimulus packages to stimulate the economy, and Chinese economy is also growing fast. These are the 2 things that has helped economy, world economy grow at 5.6% as per the World Bank outlook. Indian economy is to grow at 8.3%. So I think it is clear to you. We shall proceed. IOC picks 29-member refugee team. We know that in July, the Tokyo Olympics is going to unfold. In the last week of July, Tokyo Olympics will be unfolded, but there is a big division within the minds of people of Japan, whether the Olympics will be proceeded with or to wind up or postpone or cancel even, and the world is also divided, almost divided. Sometimes we may have an Olympics during the times of pandemic. Sometimes the Olympics may be less colorful. If you go by the history of Olympics, even during the 2 World War times, Olympics were held. even during the very bad times when which the world was going through, we were conducting Olympics. So that is the importance of Olympics. So Olympics has got a worldwide international sentiments. So Olympics may be conducted, and the scheduled time is in the month of July, August. So in July 2021, Tokyo Olympics, 29 athletes competing across 12 sports will participate. This is a refugee team. They will participate under the Olympic flag. They will not participate under their country's flag, but it is an Olympic team. It's symbolic. People from Syria, Afghanistan, South Sudan, and Eritrea and Iran. Why these countries? What is the commonality of these countries? These are all war-torn nations, or where athletes cannot participate and cannot get trained. So they are trained by Olympic Committee, and they will participate under the banner of Olympic flag, IOC, under the banner of IOC under Olympic flag. So that's it. 29-member refugee team will participate in the Tokyo Olympics under the under the flag of IOC. Thank you, my dear students. It was a very brief day. Please read the newspapers to have the maximum utility of the program. You should read the newspapers. What we do here is trying to inculcate some interest in you and to provide a background. You must read the newspapers. In fact, that is what is going to benefit you. Reading the newspaper is not just to pick a few questions here and there, but to improve our information level and our interest with the things that are happening. I would like to give a suggestion that it will be very helpful if you could provide a Q&A session on a weekly, monthly basis, like a revision, just important questions and sure short questions. Okay, listen, Nitin, we can, I shall think about, but you must understand that in our website icdkollam.in, I am giving monthly collection of questions, and in the application I am giving weekly questions examination. This is not the only thing that we do for our general awareness improvement. We are doing a lot. I shall tell you, every day I am giving a few questions in the feed section. Then every week I am giving general awareness weekly updates, and nearly 100 questions are given in the form of test, and the test has got questions, answer choices, answers and their explanations. Of course, I consider your suggestion very positively. We can have a few sure short questions for revision every week. So today onwards I shall think about that, and let me talk to my support team for a session of that kind. Thank you for the suggestion, Mr. Nathan. We'll meet again at 3 o'clock for another session. Thank you. Goodbye.